Perfect.
Hi, we're back with a new guest, Andy F. Troy. Is that right?
Andy Troy, just get the F out.
What is the F in for? Is there an F in there?
Well, that's my middle name is Fred, but
Andy Fred Troy?
I don't use it often.
So every word has 4 letters?
Hopefully, yeah.
Andy Fred Troy.
I'm very consistent.
That's 444, 444,
21.
21.
Better than 666, isn't it?
Well, it's funny because
Depends on your perspective.
but 444 is 12, and today is 1221, so the numbers are perfect.
I didn't really like math.
I loved math
Although
until I got stupid in it.
I was born on 5/15 at 5/15.
Look at that! I love shit like that. Where? Where were you born?
Hospital.
Hospital.
Ew.
Oh, Brooklyn, actually.
Oh, this is a lot of Brooklyn people today.
Brooklyn, what's up? Represent.
Yeah, Brooklyn's a good thing.
I still live in Brooklyn, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
Whereabouts?
Sheepshead Bay.
Oh, I know that
Wow.
area. I've been there before.
I've been chased there.
No,
Yeah,
you-
me too.
I thought you
It's true. It's true. What are you doing in my neighborhood?
Could you get my address?
Moving yon. Hey, what you doing over here?
Could you get your address for my friends? Because we don't have to go look for you.
So, Andy, you do a lot of things.
I do.
You have a radio show.
Yes, the Andy Troy Show, no F.
It's the Andy Troy Show. And where can people hear this show?
They can hear it live on the Chintani Broadcasting Network, 8 to 9 every Monday night. Although we're actually off till January 2nd. We're taking 2 weeks off for
For
good
the
behavior.
holidays? Oh, wait, now, where is that, Chintani? It sounds like a cologne or something.
It actually means 100 years in Italian. It's a cheer.
Chintani. Do they do that?
They can if they want.
Do they cheer?
Not, well, when I'm on them.
Okay. And how long have you been on air?
About 2.5
Me
years.
too.
Oh.
That's pretty much when I started. Wow. We got that in common. Chintani.
Sometimes.
So, and you do a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Yes. I also promote parties at a lot of clubs in the city.
Like where?
235th, Hudson Terrace, Empire Hotel.
Oh, nice.
After work networking events.
Wow.
And you can hear about them on my website, tastingnyc.com.
Yeah, I've seen that website. And now, Tasting NYC, do you do tastings as well? Like,
I do some wine events, but really is to get a taste of New York City is kind of the play on words.
right, Tasting NYC. And how did this come about?
Well, I started promoting events about 9 years ago. I met this Australian radiologist who looked Chinese, Ming, and I was his first New York friend. And we found out our birthdays were 2 days apart.
So he was 17 or 13?
Yes, 17.
Okay.
You have a very good memory. I like when women pay attention.
She's really good at this.
Oh, thank you.
So we started doing joint birthday parties, and at first it was just our friends. And after a few years, we were bringing 100 people in this club.
How'd you do that?
I know a couple of people. You never came. I'm very disappointed.
You never invited me.
That explains a lot.
Okay.
So anyway, after a couple of years of doing this, we started bringing about 100 people, and we took a club that was dead so we could take it over. And this place said, you guys got to start promoting events, and I've done it every month since then for the last 9 years.
And do 100 people come every time?
The biggest one was 700 for Mardi Gras last year at 235th. We also had that for Halloween this year.
Good for you. Good for you. How do you do it? Like, what's the magic wand?
Well, actually, my people come from a lot of different sources. I run 9 groups on a site called meetup.com.
Is that a matchmaking thing?
No.
What is it, like
It
a
brought us
meat
together.
market? Oh, Andy Troy.
Oh,
Stop.
well, no. It's just people start groups for whatever your field of interest is, whether it's witchcraft or you all have a puzzle. You
Okay.
can start a group. Mine tend to be general, though I do run a classic rock group and a Halloween group, but most of them are just, my social networking group is the big one. That's got about 4,600 people in it.
Okay.
Then I post it to my Facebook list, which is about
And people just come.
3,600. Then my website, tastingnyc.com, and then I still have my personal mailing list, which is where everyone came from originally, with my little AOL email.
What did you do before all this?
Lots of stuff. I was a musician. I had a record out in the 80s, back when they still had records, and
Yeah.
as soon as I put a record out, they stopped having records. It was my
Ah,
effect on the industry.
right.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. What was the name of your band?
The Shades.
Okay. And where'd you play?
Oh, the Ritz.
Oh, I used to work at the Ritz.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Who did you know there? Maybe this will be like the last guest.
I don't know. What do you mean? Who
Did
did I
you check
know?
my code or something?
No,
No.
What did I do
What
in the
did you
Ritz?
do? Yeah.
I did guest lists in box office.
Oh, cool. I was
On
pretty
11th
fri-
Street or
Yeah.
54?
I was pretty friendly with Michael Moranti. He was the bartender upstairs.
Okay, there were 3 mics.
Well, Michael Alago used to book
I knew
the
Michael
I still
Alago,
know
but
him,
he
actually.
worked there a little before me. He was a guest here, actually,
Then
Michael
he
Alago.
left here and he went to the Peppermint Lounge.
Right,
Then Electra
yeah,
Asylum, I think, as
yes,
an
he did.
A&R guy.
Yep, very good.
Oh, also, I do still have my hands in the musical pot there. I wrote an animal rescue song
Okay,
called Hoping for Another Morning.
and where did they use this song?
Well, it's on YouTube. It's pretty popular. In fact, a lot of fairly big name rock and rollers have left comments.
Like,
Well, Alan Merrill, who's I know you had on last
he's
week.
on all the time.
Yes.
We love Ellen Merrill.
And I think Liberty DeVito left one. I've had a lot of classic rock people on my show. I've had
Nice.
Tommy James and Little Anthony and Gene Cornish from the Rascals.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I
Very
also
cool.
do interesting combinations of people. Like I had a Valentine's Day Tough Love segment with a dominatrix and a vampire. I figured if that's not tough love, what is?
Now, did you video this?
No, which is unfortunate because I also had a show on people that swallow unusual things.
And that was not visual either?
Well, we have pictures. I had a sword swallower, a fire eater, and a competitive eater. And the sword swallower was in a full belly dance costume. Pulls out a 29.5-inch sword because she's in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, I always wonder, they have a way of doing that, but
I
it's
don't really
so...
want
They
it.
do.
They do. It just goes right down that, it's like amazing, but they know what they're doing.
She's
Hopefully.
an
They do.
interesting character, Natasha Barushka, and she pulls out the 29-inch sword
Figures.
in the middle of the show and sucks it down.
Hey,
It got people's attention.
God,
And the
talk
competitive,
about how to be a good
How are
bulimic.
you?
and the competitive eater was Crazy Legs Conti, who by day is the beverage manager of Scores. So it was an interesting group.
Wow, but they have a common thread in a weird way.
Yeah, I would say. They're all
They all
very
eat something.
something.
Right.
Some of it's
Yeah.
even edible.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Wow. Wow. So, what do you think about Coney Island? That has a bit of a Coney Island flair.
Yeah,
Do you think it's going to change?
well, it's changed a lot
I
from when
know.
I was younger. I mean, the neighborhood itself. has
Do you
changed
like
a
it
lot.
better this way or not better this way?
I'm a Manhattan guy.
Woo!
But you're from Sheepshead Bay,
I know. I need a place to live.
so you're right near Coney Island.
I've always lived in Brooklyn because I have a very bad sense of direction and I get lost very easily. So I try to stick close.
Well,
to
Manhattan's easier than Brooklyn
The
for not
train,
getting
yeah.
lost.
The streets actually kind of make sense, except in the village. We have the
The
intersection
West
of West
Village.
4th and West
Yeah,
12th.
yeah. It
Explain
gets,
that one.
that's a tricky area. But
It
other
is.
than that, downtown gets a little confusing too. But the most of it is pretty easy.
Yeah. If I'm going uptown, east is on the right.
But if I go to anywhere in Brooklyn, I don't know where the hell I'm going unless I know exactly where I'm going.
Queens is worse.
Queens is
Queens,
10
I always get lost in
times worse.
Queens.
35th Avenue.
I get lost in Queens.
What was that?
All right, but we're not talking about Queens. Why do you
Road.
bring Queens into the picture? We love you, Queens, but come on.
Yeesh.
So, Andy Troy, what do you want to see yourself being in the next, 5 years?
Wow. I really kind of like bringing all these things together. I also write for a website called Nearsay about what to do in New York. So all these things kind of feed together. I've written a screenplay for a horror film and I'm working on another one. But I do a lot of horror film people on my show too.
Nice.
So I'm hoping to delve into that. I'm kind of do a lot of things. I wrote an anti-aging book,
Right.
Living
And
Young, 32 Habits of Ageless People.
so, what are some tips that you can share of anti-aging?
Well,
Are you anti-aging?
I'm against it.
And
Stop aging.
done.
My word.
Thanks. There you go.
You look great
Wow.
for 105.
Well, actually, I'll be 55 in May.
What's your real age?
May
You know when you
15th.
do the real age
Oh.
test?
Oh,
What's
I
your
didn't
real
do
age?
that,
You
actually.
should. Everyone should do that. By the
What's
way.
your real age?
18.
You're so funny.
No, 17. I'm not kidding.
I'm just
I
a
believe
You
you.
guys should take it. It's an online test. All right, go ahead.
And it's accurate.
It's pretty
I
accurate.
think I might have taken it, but I was so young I forgot what my age was. So back to you. So anti-age, what'd you eat for breakfast? You look a little Jack LaLaney, actually. The
People used to
outfit.
say that growing
Yeah,
up,
yeah, now that I'm
I was a
looking
big
at
fan
you.
of Jack. In fact,
I love Jack LaLaney.
I had to call him because I had a couple of anecdotes in the book about him. And I called up his website. They threw his wife, Elaine LaLanne, on the phone. She was in between meetings. She was like 80 years old.
Elaine LaLanne.
That's his wife.
Love it. I love it.
But he celebrated his 70th birthday.
And he got a DWI.
Well, he took a mile-long swim, towing 70 boats filled with 70 people.
Remember that.
God bless
And
that
his
man.
wife said, if you do it again, I'm divorcing you. And I actually had a great guy like that on my show. He's like
I love you, Jack LaLanne, and I love that he
He's
got
gone.
into DW.
Gone.
I know, that's why he's an angel in the room. That's
Thing
what
is,
that when I
how could
flap my little wing, that means it's an angel.
How could a guy that was in such great shape like that die so early?
Because
He's like 95 years old.
age and death.
He was what?
95.
Yeah, but for
age,
him,
age and death have nothing to do with each
Really?
other. The older you get, your odds increase that you will die. But
no matter what you do, come on,
it doesn't matter. Did you hear about this? Do you remember what we read at the beginning of the show, my friend? Today is the day George Patton died on December 21st. He was the general, U.S. general. He was in all these battles, wars. He leaves the army and he dies in a car crash. Yeah, exactly. So what are you going to do? You know, death is not necessarily a horrible thing. It might be better than we think, you know.
You also have to consider that Jack.
We all go there.
Jack didn't actually have great genetics. His father died obese in his 50s.
Oh, he didn't.
His father died obese in his 50s.
Oh,
You know, I once
And
saw
Jack
him on a
made
television
95.
show.
So if anything, he probably extended his life by being Jack LaLanne.
Maybe he read your book.
He should have.
Oh, so
No.
tell us a couple things from your book. I mean, I know more about Jack LaLanne, but I don't want to waste your time.
Well, one good tip is with supplements, more is definitely not better.
I hate supplements.
Since '94, the president was pressured into signing an act called DeShay that deregulated the supplement industry. Since then, there's no regulation of supplements. And they did a study of 20 popular brands of ginseng, and they found that 8 of them contained high levels of pesticides used on ginseng plants.
Doesn't surprise me.
But there are
Are
3
those the ginseng in the packets that you make tea out of in Chinatown?
variety. Well, you can make it wherever you want, actually. It's a free country.
So
I know.
Yohimbe doesn't really do anything now, right?
What's that?
Yohimbe.
Just probably
Oh,
doesn't.
I don't know. You got to be careful because also if you're taking like a blood thinning medication and you start taking fish oil, they do the same thing. You could actually thin your blood too much. You end up with a
Is that
hemorrhagic
like,
stroke.
It's like Viagra.
that's what I was going to say. That's exactly
It's a
what
I was
natural-
trying to be funny.
Well,
It
if
was a
works for
natural
you.
Viagra.
Wait.
What? What happened? What happened?
I'm going to ask Lady if we can extend a little longer.
Oh,
Oh.
it was just like,
No. So you,
Well, actually, there
do
are,
you take any vitamins per day?
I take a multivitamin, but there were 3 independent organizations. This actually is some useful stuff for you. U.S. Pharmacopoeia, ConsumerLab.com, and NSF International. That if a supplement company voluntarily submits their supplement to them, they'll check it out, see if it's what it's supposed to be, and then let them put the seal on the label. So someone is looking, it's just no one who works for the government. And it's
Okay.
voluntary, so that's. But I've got chapters on meditation. I've been
Well,
meditating
I'm a
for-
meditation junkie.
I've
That's
got,
what I do a lot.
I've got a lot of whole illustrated fitness section.
You do look quite fit, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I have chapters on the benefits of
Hetero.
sex.
Well, there are benefits. Body fluids, man.
Yeah. Well, actually, that takes you to my DVD, the bedroom workout for men, on how to improve men's sexual performance through
Right.
exercise. Sports-specific
Yeah.
All
training.
right,
stuff?
we
What's
have
this?
to. We gotta wrap it up right
You gotta
now.
wrap it up?
So
Really?
sorry, but
I'm sad.
wait, we need a skeleton from you. You gotta come back. Will
Okay,
you come back?
I'll stay.
Aw, Andy, we need a skeleton
7
from your
o'clock.
closet.
Okay, well, they ran out of the unlimited liquor at my bar mitzvah.
So what did the little boys drink?
Oh, no, it was a military bar mitzvah. It was all my father's army friends. And at the end of the night, this Vietnam veteran was walking around pouring the ends of drinks together to make a drink. He ended up chief of police in a city in Florida.
Why does that not surprise me?
Well, good
Here,
soldiers.
Have some
Extra
kiwi
beers.
on National
Kiwi.
Kiwi Day. Yes.
I was trying to
also
kill
have
you.
another one, but we probably don't have time.
No.
We don't today, but
Okay.
but I would love to hear it another time.
Yeah.
Will you? How do people find you again? Just give it real fast.
Okay, either andytroy.com is my website, one of them. That's just general. But tastingnyc.com is my events site. And facebook.com/AndyTroy is a pretty good
Thank you
place.
so much.
And the Andy Troy Show, Monday nights.
Yes,
Be there.
January 2nd. Thank you. We'll be back. We got more. Yeah. Thanks so much, Andy Troy.
Tens in my